Hey YouTube, Freedom Voice here. I'm going to do a video here on the swearing in of President Donald Trump. And the reason being is, as you can see in the picture here, he didn't put his hand on the Bible when they swore him in. If you'll notice here, the video, you can see him raising his right hand. But if you notice other angles of the video, he did not put his right hand, or his left hand, I'll say, on the Bible. Now, that's very significant. And I'm going to show you why. In the past 30 years, all presidents have done that. So you can see here the Bible in his wife Melania's hand, and you can clearly see that his hand is not on the Bible. Now, many have said and speculated that it is because he was sworn in previously with his hand on the Bible before this swearing. But that's not traditional. That's not the case in the past 30 years, and I'm going to show you that in this video. I think it's significant because of where America is heading. Everything that is happening now is happening for a reason, and you and I are looking at the change of America as revealed in Bible prophecy, and I'm going to prove that to you in this video. So let's get started.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Now, if we were to look back at 2015, when Donald Trump was campaigning for the 2016 election, he was toting around a King James Bible, and he was convincing everyone that he was a born-again Christian. Now, I'm not questioning that. I'm simply saying, if the Bible is that important, why didn't he put his hand on the Bible this time?
Most importantly, I brought my Bible. Okay? And you know, it's First Presbyterian Church, Jamaica, and this was written by my mother.
All right, guys, we all know that Donald Trump was elected president back in 2016. I want to go back to the presidential swearing in and see if, in fact, he put his hand on the Bible then.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
The Bible is special. The Bible, the more you see it, the more you read it, the more incredible it is.
Now, again, guys, I'm not saying necessarily that Donald Trump is not a believer. I'm not sure at this point, but I do know that him not placing his hand on the Bible in this particular swearing in is very, very significant. And I want to show you why. I don't know if I'm going to get into the biblical aspect of it at this point. There's prophecy in Revelation 13. Not sure if I'm going to get into that, but I am going to show you 30 years of history here in America, how presidents were sworn in. You remember back in 2012 when Joe Biden was sworn in, clearly you can see he placed his hand on the Bible. Now, it was a Catholic Bible, but nevertheless, he placed his hand on the Bible.
I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear.
I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
Office of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help you God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
And then, if you recall, in 2008, when Barack Obama was sworn in, notice he put his hand on the Bible before swearing in.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear
I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States.
So help you God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
And then also, you remember in 2001 when George Bush was sworn in, notice him putting his hand on the Bible before swearing in. He raises his right hand.
I, George Walker Bush,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
And then if you go back even before that, in 1989, when his father, George Herbert Walker Bush, was sworn in, you'll notice it's kind of blurry, but you can notice him placing his hand on the Bible.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, George Herbert Walker Bush, do solemnly swear
I, George Herbert Walker Bush, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
Now, I know many will probably say, well, what difference does it make? You know, if you look at our currency, if you look at the dollar bill, for example, it says, "In God we trust." It's very, very significant when you look at the history of America. America was founded on Judeo-Christian principles, and the presidency was always considered to be an office of, it was an iconic position representing a nation under God. And that was the whole reason why the swearing in with the hand on the Bible was first done. It was done many years ago, and it's sort of been the tradition of the country since then. The fact that Donald Trump is being sworn in 2025 and he's not putting his hand on the Bible is very, very significant. I can't state that enough, guys. I mean, we are headed towards something that I tremble when I think about in terms of what prophecy says in the Bible America is going to do. The Bible says in Revelation chapter 13 that America will be this lamb-like beast power that will speak like a dragon. And we're going to talk about that. I'm going to go into that a little bit more in detail here in the future. But I know for a fact, based on what I'm looking at, based on the change, not only in power, but the change in our style of government, that we are headed towards something that is very different from our past history. And then after that, I'm sure many of you remember the signing of the executive orders. You know, very interesting. A lot of these executive orders sound really, really good. Time will tell. I'm always amazed at how presidents come into office and immediately they sign these executive orders as if it does away with the Constitution. When they swear in and they take the oath to defend, protect, and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That's part of the swearing in process. But yet now we've come to a point in American history where presidents come in and immediately they start signing executive orders. This President Donald Trump signed over 200 executive orders in one day. So we're kind of being sort of educated to believe that the president can sort of sign away any type of law and order or any type of right that you and I have under the Bill of Rights or the Constitution overnight. Like he has that much power to be able to do that. And friends, the executive branch of the United States government is only one part of the branch of government. You've got the executive branch, which is one branch of government. You have the judicial branch, and then you have congressional branch. That's Congress. So there are three branches to the United States government, and it sort of gives you the idea of checks and balance. You realize that, the president can't become a dictator and just sort of come in and sort of dictate law. It has to pass through those three executive branches equally. That's the reason why they always try to get partisanship among Congress, because Congress has to buy into it. The president then sort of initiates it, and then judicial upholds it through the Supreme Court. That seems to be going away, but that's the foundation of American government. We're headed to a time where your rights and your freedoms under the Constitution, under the Bill of Rights, is a thing of the past. And it all looks good on the surface. The president doing away with the IRS with the stroke of a pen. President doing away with, income tax with the strike of a pen. All of these executive orders that he signed sound really, really good. But the fact of the matter is, we are headed to a change. Bible prophecy said that. Bible prophecy talks about America appearing like a lamb, but speaking like a dragon. And that is where we're headed. Now, in my next video, I'm going to talk more about that because I want to really go into what the Bible says. Friends, I'm in one respect, I'm optimistic, but I know what the Bible says. And I'm just warning as many people as I can give a voice or lend a voice to. Be prayerful, guys, because on the surface, this looks really, really exciting and really good. But I smell a wolf in sheep's clothing. I believe that this is all a setup to revoke any type of freedom, any type of liberty that you and I have enjoyed as Americans, that we're guaranteed under the Bill of Rights as Americans. Not only the Bill of Rights, but the Constitution. Since the inception of America. Now, again, in another video, I'm going to go into the history of America, what brought America to this land of the free and home of the brave, and then the judicial Christian principles that America was founded on. One nation under God. That's very significant. I know there's a lot of people in our world today in America that don't believe in God. They don't want to have anything to do with religion. But the fact of the matter is, this country, if you look at everything about this country, is built on Christian principles. We've gotten away from that. We're getting more towards sort of a dark, satanic type government. Not only the government, the leadership within government, but within society, we see a lot of principles of witchcraft and so on and so forth that's being sort of propagated in movies and videos and on the internet and in stores. It's so blatant and so obvious now that we've almost become immune and desensitized to the truth based on a lot of what I call lies. So I'm going to again talk about that at a later date, and I'm just really sounding the alarm as much as I can and as often as I can. Again, all of this looks good. President Trump throwing the pens out to individuals in the audience. This is the first time this has ever been done. It's, again, lending itself to the fact that he has complete dictatorship power to be able to sign away any type of past government method to a new type of government or a new day. He talks about it being America being the golden age. It's almost as though we see the change that was sort of planned. We see a change that was sort of planned. But what I'm going to do in my next video is I'm going to show you what prophecy says about America. Prophecy is very, very detailed and very specific. So until next time, guys, take care.